Welcome, seekers of wisdom. In the quiet reflection of our lives, amidst the relentless march of time, lies a profound mystery, the enigma of the self. Today, we embark on a journey, not through the world, but within ourselves. As the Stoics believed, to understand the universe, we must first understand ourselves. But what does it mean to truly know oneself? Is it the recognition of our desires, our fears, or perhaps the acceptance of our fleeting existence? Together, we shall unravel these questions, peering through the lens of Stoic wisdom. For in its timeless insights, we may find the keys to self-awareness, tranquility, and perhaps the very essence of being. So, I ask you, are you ready to journey within? To challenge your perceptions, to confront the unknown, and to discover the true nature of your being? Then let's begin. Principle number 1, the mirror of others. In the heart of ancient Rome, there lived a young man named Cassius, whose spirit was as fiery as the Roman sun. Cassius, though noble in birth and brave in heart, was often quick to anger and judgment. He saw the world in black and white, with little room for the shades in between. One day, as he walked through the bustling marketplace, his temper flared at a merchant who accidentally brushed against him. Cassius's harsh words drew a crowd, and among them stood an old, wise Stoic philosopher named Gaius. Gaius, known for his calm demeanor and insightful thoughts, approached Cassius with a gentle smile. "Cassius," he said, "why do you let your inner fire consume you so? The world acts as a mirror, reflecting what lies within us. Your anger reveals more about you than about the world." Cassius, taken aback by Gaius's words, scoffed. "What do you know of my inner fire, old man?" Gaius replied calmly, "I know what Marcus Aurelius, the wise emperor and Stoic, once said: you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Your anger does not harm the world, Cassius, but it does cloud your judgment and peace." Intrigued and slightly humbled, Cassius asked Gaius to explain further. Gaius shared a story of his youth, how he too once raged against every perceived slight, only to realize that his anger was a reflection of his inner turmoil. He spoke of the Stoic belief that by understanding and controlling our emotions, we can see the world more clearly and act with wisdom and virtue. Cassius spent many days pondering Gaius's words and observing his own reflections in the actions of others. He began to see that his anger was often born of fear or pride, and that by facing these emotions, he could find a calmer, more reasoned approach to life. Years passed, and Cassius grew to be a respected leader, known for his fairness and wisdom. He often recalled the words of Marcus Aurelius and the lesson from Gaius, understanding that the world around him served as a mirror to his inner self. He found strength in self-reflection and peace in self-control, embodying the Stoic virtues he once dismissed. Cassius's story spread far and wide, serving as a reminder that the emotions we see in others often reflect our own inner world. In understanding this, we can transform our perceptions and reactions, finding strength and wisdom within ourselves. Principle number 2, the dichotomy of control reimagined. In the bustling city of New York, there lived a young woman named Emma, who thrived on control and precision in her life. As a project manager in a prominent tech firm, Emma's days were a whirlwind of deadlines, meetings, and meticulously planned schedules. However, despite her success, she often felt overwhelmed, as if she was constantly battling against an unyielding tide. One autumn evening, Emma found herself working late again, the glow of her computer screen the only light in the office. A message popped up from her brother, a serene and thoughtful man who had embraced the Stoic philosophy. It was a quote from Marcus Aurelius. "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote struck a chord in Emma. She realized that in her pursuit of control over every aspect of her life, she was ignoring a fundamental Stoic teaching, the distinction between what we can control and what we cannot. The next morning, as she walked through Central Park, Emma reflected on this dichotomy. She thought about her reactions to the unpredictable elements of her projects, her frustration when things didn't go as planned, and her constant anxiety over achieving perfection. In that moment of reflection, she decided to reimagine her approach to control. Emma started to focus on what was within her control, her responses, her actions, and her mindset. She began to accept that external events, like the actions of her team or sudden changes in project scope, were often beyond her direct influence. This shift in perspective brought a newfound sense of calmness and effectiveness to her work. Months passed, and Emma's colleagues began to notice a change. She became known for her composed demeanor, even in the face of unexpected challenges. Emma found that by accepting the limits of her control, she was able to respond more creatively and adaptively to situations. One day, Emma's team faced a critical issue. A major product launch was at risk due to a supplier setback. Instead of succumbing to stress, Emma calmly assessed what she could control. She reorganized her team's priorities, communicated transparently with clients, and explored alternative solutions. Her calm approach inspired her team, and together they navigated the crisis successfully. At the project's successful conclusion, Emma shared her journey with her team, emphasizing the Stoic principle of focusing on what one can control and accepting what one cannot. She quoted Marcus Aurelius, the same words that had inspired her months ago, and explained how this philosophy had transformed her approach to work and life. Emma's story resonated with her colleagues, many of whom faced their own struggles with control and stress. Her experience became a source of inspiration, a modern testament to the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and the power of understanding and embracing the dichotomy of control. Principle number 3, the Stoic silence. In the ancient city of Athens, there lived a renowned orator named Demetrius. Known for his eloquence and persuasive speeches, Demetrius was a man of words, thriving in the bustling agora and the lively debates of the city's assembly. Yet, amidst his acclaim, Demetrius felt an unspoken void, an emptiness that words could not fill. One day, while walking along the banks of the river Ilissos, Demetrius encountered a Stoic philosopher named Calix. Calix was a man of few words, yet his presence was as commanding as the most passionate orators. Intrigued by this quiet figure, Demetrius approached him, eager to engage in intellectual discourse. However, Calix offered something unexpected. He spoke softly, quoting Marcus Aurelius, "Be silent for the most part, or if you speak, say only what is necessary and in a few words." He proposed a challenge to Demetrius, to embrace silence for a week, to listen and observe without speaking. At first, Demetrius was skeptical. How could silence be more powerful than speech? Yet the emptiness within him urged him to accept the challenge. For 1 week, Demetrius walked the streets of Athens, his voice silent, his ears and eyes open to the world around him. In the silence, Demetrius began to hear the unspoken, the sighs of the laborers, the laughter of children, the whispers of the wind. He observed the subtle expressions of his fellow Athenians, their joys and sorrows, hopes and fears. In his quietude, Demetrius discovered a world he had never known, a world that his words had always drowned out. As days passed, Demetrius found a profound peace in his silence. He realized that in his endless pursuit of eloquence, he had lost the essence of true communication. the ability to listen and to connect deeply with the world around him. When the week ended, Demetrius returned to Calix, a changed man. He spoke of his journey into silence, how it had opened his eyes and heart to the beauty and pain of life. He had learned to listen not only to the world, but also to the silent voice within him, guiding him towards wisdom and compassion. Calix nodded, a knowing smile on his lips. He had seen the transformation in Demetrius, from a man of words to a man of wisdom. He reminded Demetrius of Marcus Aurelius's words, urging him to carry the lessons of silence into his life as an orator. Demetrius went on to become one of Athens's most respected figures, not only for his eloquence, but for his profound wisdom and empathy. He often shared his experience of the Stoic silence, teaching others the power of listening and the beauty of the unspoken. Through his journey, Demetrius embodied the Stoic belief that true understanding and connection come not from a multitude of words, but from the depth of silence and the willingness to listen to the world and oneself. Principle number 4, the virtue mirror. The virtue mirror principle, from a Stoic perspective, is a profound tool for self-understanding and personal growth. It involves reflecting on your daily actions and thoughts to see if they align with the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. This introspective practice acts like a mirror, not reflecting your physical appearance, but revealing the nature of your character and soul. To apply this principle, regularly engage in self-examination. Ask yourself, did my actions today exhibit wisdom in decision-making? Was I courageous in facing my fears? Did I act justly and treat others with fairness and compassion? Have I practiced temperance by exercising self-control? This reflection helps in identifying areas where your actions may diverge from your aspirational virtues. It's crucial to approach this practice with a mindset of growth rather than self-criticism. Recognize that misalignments are not failures, but opportunities for learning and improvement. Stoicism teaches the importance of emotional intelligence. It's not about suppressing emotions, but understanding and channeling them in harmony with these virtues. Moreover, the virtue mirror extends beyond personal development to social responsibility. Stoicism posits that our actions contribute to the greater community's well-being. By aligning your actions with Stoic virtues, you not only enhance your self-awareness and personal growth, but also positively impact the world around you. In essence, the virtue mirror is a continuous, reflective process that guides you towards living a life of virtue, integrity, and purpose, encapsulating the Stoic pursuit of a meaningful and contented existence. Principle number 5, the folly of future fixation. The folly of future fixation, from a Stoic viewpoint, is about understanding the drawbacks of being overly concerned with what's going to happen next or what has already happened. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the present because worrying too much about the future or dwelling on the past can cause unnecessary stress and stop us from enjoying life as it is right now. In simple terms, think of it like this. If you're always thinking about what's coming next, you might miss out on the good things happening today. For example, if you're constantly worried about a future job interview, you might not notice or appreciate a beautiful day or a nice moment with a friend. Similarly, if you're stuck on something embarrassing or bad that happened in the past, it's hard to move forward and enjoy current moments. Stoics believe we should plan for the future, but not let those plans control our happiness today. They also think it's okay to learn from the past, but not let it hold us back. The key is to find a balance. By doing this, we can feel more at peace and really get to know ourselves better, understanding what makes us happy and fulfilled right now, not just in some imagined future or remembered past. Principle number 6, the Stoic's inner citadel. The Stoic's inner citadel is a principle about building a strong, peaceful mind that can stand firm against life's challenges. Imagine your mind as a fortress or a safe space. Just like a citadel protects a city, your inner citadel protects you from outside troubles and worries. From a Stoic perspective, this means training yourself to control your reactions and emotions. Life often throws unexpected problems at us. Things like bad traffic, tough days at work, or arguments with friends can upset us. But if you have a strong inner citadel, you can stay calm and not let these things bother you too much. To build your inner citadel, focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. You can't control the traffic, but you can control how you react to it. Maybe you listen to your favorite music or an interesting podcast instead of getting angry. Also, think positively and remind yourself of your strengths and good qualities. This is like strengthening the walls of your citadel. It's about knowing yourself well, understanding what upsets you, and preparing yourself to deal with these things calmly. By doing this, you become more peaceful and confident. No matter what happens outside, inside your mind, you remain strong and unaffected. This is what the Stoic's inner citadel is all about, building a resilient, peaceful inner self. In the whispers of the past and the echoes of the present, we've journeyed through the profound depths of Stoicism to understand ourselves. As the stars guide the mariner through uncharted seas, so may these principles guide you through the voyage of self-discovery. But remember, the journey within is unending, a path woven into the very fabric of our being. Contemplate these lessons, embrace them, and let them illuminate the corridors of your soul. If the echoes of these ancient truths have resonated with you, I invite you to join our Odyssey, subscribe and like this channel, become a fellow traveler in the pursuit of wisdom. For in our shared journey, we uncover the most elusive of all treasures, the understanding of oneself.